We're really excited. We've got a gentleman that is an actual broker associate. Has been in the business, I think, 25 years. He'll correct me when he gets up here, I'm sure, but I think that's about right. And so please welcome PhilJones to our show. We're excited about having Phil up here, and he's got his jacket on today. All right, Phil, good morning. How are you? Good to see you. Good morning indeed. Well, welcome, Phil.
Well, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Looks like my jacket. That's pretty slick, man. It's got the whole gig going on.
I'm a lucky lady, two handsome men. Wow.
There you go,
I'm
absolutely.
not even noon yet.
Go sit between us.
Yeah, that's what you should be sitting between us. You're absolutely right.
Well, no, Phil, you look very dapper today, by the way. So,
Oh, thank you.
Yes, yes. Of course, we want to hear about Phil. I mean, Joseph already mentioned that you've got many, many years in the industry. And from what I understand, those are very full-time years where you dedicated a lot of yourself to real estate. So you have a long-standing career. Tell us about Phil, your past real estate career, what you did even before that. What's your, what do you do with your time in the community? Who is PhilJones?
Well, again, thank you for the opportunity. Yeah, I got my license back in 1984, so I've had my license for 27 years. But I didn't go full-time into real estate to about 25 years ago. Took a couple of years. I had another job. I worked at the Hyatt Islandia as a security guard down there.
Oh, did you?
Got married, had two kids very quickly, and needed to make more money. And so I went into real estate, and I've done it full-time since then. I became a broker about 5 years ago, and so yeah, I just really enjoy the industry. I enjoy helping people buy homes and sell homes, and it's been great.
With such a long-standing career with so many years, did you focus in any particular areas in San Diego?
Yeah, I started out in the Claremont area and for a couple of years, and then bought my first home, and bought it for $90,000 in Poway. And,
Top dollar, brother.
Yeah,
Top dollar, that's right.
And I had to borrow some money for down payment from my father-in-law, and he said, $90,000, are you crazy? What do you find a house for $90,000? That was huge money back then.
Yeah.
And I think you were talking earlier, Joseph, the average price now in Carmel Valley is $1 million.
Crazy.
And I remember people talking to me, said, Phil, do you think prices will go up to $200,000, $500,000? And over the 24 years, yes, we've consistently moved up. But to answer your question, North County Inland, Poway, Penasquitas, RV area, and I moved to Encinitas recently, about 5 years ago, and so now North County Coastal I service.
And you were a top producer too. I mean, you average about 20, 25 transactions a year, which that's a big number.
Yeah, it was a really, there's a lot of transactions going on, a lot to do. I had a really good system. I had, my wife at the time was in the business as a buyer's agent. We had a second buyer's agent. We had an administrative person, and we had a very smooth operation, looking out for our clients' best interests.
That's fantastic. So tell us a little bit about, for a broker to switch to a company is not a small step, really. I mean, you can go any direction you want to go, and you decided to take this direction. Maybe you can share with us why you made that decision to join SCR.
Sure. Well, meeting you, I came to one of your afternoon seminars, and I listened to what you had to say, and having the experience, I could tell right away you guys, you walked your talk. You were still doing it in the business. I've worked for other companies where the managers no longer sell real estate, and they don't have that day-to-day experience that you have. So that was very impressive. And then the other big thing is I wanted to be around other top producing agents that you have here. That energy and synergy is amazing, and I've had it before, and I wanted to see that again, and those were the reasons for coming.
I remember that. That's great. I remember when you came to the company, you joined the company, you were reluctant to do a couple things, business planning to the extent that perhaps, we tell the story all the time, but the short version of it is you got so into the business plan, you gave a presentation to the company on how to do the business plan and how you did your business plan.
Yeah.
And that was incredible. That's still one of our favorite presentations.
That was one of our favorite Friday sessions,
all year.
no question.
Because
Yeah.
you were on fire, man.
Yeah,
Well, I
Here
appreciate
we go.
that, and that's another thing for joining your company. You pushed me. I mean, I could sit back, on my laurels and say, I don't want to have to learn anything more. But you guys do this. Phil, give a presentation. Oh, I don't know. Give a presentation. Well, if you have the confidence in me, well, maybe I can do this. And so,
Yeah.
and it was fun, and it helped me. And it's so important to set your goals in this business.
Yeah.
It's so important to track them and to have a business plan. If you can look at that, and it's exciting now because it's getting towards the end of the year, I'll be able to look
That's
back
right.
and see, okay, I tracked what I did, okay, and here's the results, and make adjustments for the next year.
That's huge.
it is, I think, and I say this respectfully to the majority of the public, but the majority of the public, I think, doesn't realize what a truly sophisticated business real estate is. It is a real
Right.
business, and
Right.
a lot of people don't treat it as such, and that's why it really gets a bad rap. But clearly you saw the benefits of treating it like a real business, doing an amazing business plan, revising it a couple times if I recall in
Oh, yeah.
frustration, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
having a just overwhelming vision of who you were going to be and who your business was going to be, and how wonderful that felt to have that clarity that you didn't have before. So that's very exciting. And again, we're also very excited to have you.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
yeah.
Well,
Big
thank
addition.
you, thank you.
So tell us, again, why would a buyer or a seller or an investor, because I know that you're getting very much into investment properties, want to use
Love
PhilJones?
investment properties. Yeah, and again, it kind of, we start out with the basis, buying a home is usually your biggest investment you're gonna make. And not only that, but like I said, I bought that house, that first house that I bought was $90,000. And today that house would sell, in today's market, about $350 to $400. So we're in a unique market here in San Diego where homes will appreciate. We're going through kind of a down market now, but we will come out of that. So, I would love to help people, as far as investing. If you want a set income for retirement, you can invest now. You can go and buy income property where you can put down like $350,000, and you can net about $2,500 a month from that, and that's pretty amazing. But other people I've really enjoyed, like in the younger years, is helping young families, helping young families get into their first home, and a lot of my business also comes from referral and repeat business.
About what percentage?
I would say about 60%. I still do the marketing thing,
Sure.
to get that other 40% to reach my goals. But helping, families, they buy that first house and they soon outgrow it. And then one of my expertise is to help a family that is going to sell that home and move into a bigger home. And it's a complex transaction, like you said, Diane. There's a lot of things involved, and as a owner and a seller and a buyer, you only want to move once.
Right.
You'd like to do it concurrently, and you've got to have all your ducks in a row. And so with my experience, I feel I can help them do that. And then the benefit of being in the business so long, now my past clients call and say, hey, my house is too big for me, I want to move down.
Sure.
So again, there we go. We got 2 transactions. I help them get through smoothly. And then of course, they said, well, Phil, I bought 10, 15 years ago for $200,000. My house will sell for 5 or 6. I want to buy something for about the same or a little bit lower, but I want to take my property tax basis. So Proposition 60.
That's right.
You can keep that tax basis instead of paying $2,000, instead of paying $6,000 a year, rather. You can keep that $2,000, and that motivates people to move down and to get that house they want.
We've only got about a minute or so left, but before I forget, you have a big event tonight.
Yeah, I do. I'm really excited. It's with a person I met through helping a client. She bought her first investment property, a 3-unit property. And we met this person, Joe Combs. He's 83 years old. Talk about experience. He's got it. But he didn't start investing until he was like 57. But he puts on about an hour seminar and he calls it, how to make $1 million in your spare time.
Right.
But we also saw the benefit is how to use real estate as part of your retirement plan. So that's going on tonight.
What time is that?
Starting at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. That's here at the office, SCR office.
Yes.
And you can get that information online if you want to go to scr-sandiego.com, or they can call you at
858-722-6902.
Hey, we really appreciate you coming in, and like Diane said, we're honored to have you with the company. I think you're a great addition as well, and you know, it's just great to have good people, and it makes you feel good. You know.
And I appreciate working with you guys, and it's a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you,
All
man.
right.
Absolutely. Have
Thank you,
good
Phil.
success tonight.
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.